so glad you are joining me today for this important topic. If you are like me, you are welcoming in the warmer half of spring weather. And what that also means is that it's time to take your chicks from the brooder and introduce them to your flock. Now, there are many different approaches to this, and a lot of us as backyard chicken keepers probably overthink this process. But I'm here to tell you how I did it this year. This is the first year I have done it, introducing some young birds about 8 weeks old to an established flock of hens. The birds at the top of the pecking order of my existing flock are golden-laced Wyandotte, and I've been told from other chicken keepers that they will hold their ground. However, I've had no problems this year. Last week, I introduced my young chicks to the flock, and things have gone very, very well. What I did was I exposed the older birds to the younger birds by way of an old dog crate. I would take them outside during the day, let them sit out in the yard, the field, the chicken coop area, and let the mature birds see them but not get to them. And I did that for, 5 days total. And at the end of the 5th day, every night I would bring them back in. I did have a very unfortunate incident. The reason I bring them back in at night into shelter was because a raccoon got one of them and pulled this bird through the bars. There's no way, I have no idea how he got her through, but he did. All I found on the driveway was a head and a foot. It was very sad. Rest in peace, Phyllis. But as I said, I would take the chicks out of the shed into the yard every day and let them have fresh air, of course, food and water and some shelter. But they were exposed to the older birds by way of a dog kennel cage. It didn't take long for the mature birds to check out the chicks, and it seemed all they wanted to do was just kind of hang out and take a look at each other and size each other up. Then the next night, on the 6th night, I took the chicks to the coop and I put them in the coop after the other birds had gone to roost. Then in the morning when they woke up, the mature birds didn't even faze them that the chicks were in the coop. They sort of, thought that they had been there the whole time. So older birds go out, they do their free ranging all day. The chicks stayed in the coop and would go out into the run a little bit to get some food and water. But for the most part, I would say vast majority of the day, they stayed in the coop. Big girls came home, bedtime, they go into roost. There was a little squabbling about who was going to roost where, but that got sorted out very easily. I watched the whole thing on a closed-circuit TV camera. Well, I have one inside of my coop. So if you're introducing young birds to a flock this spring, early this summer, do consider exposing your older birds to the younger birds for just a little bit, just so they know that when they do come in full contact with each other, there's some familiarity there. And I think that helps out a lot. Anyway, that's been my experience. That is it for me today. Quick video. I just wanted to throw that out to you in case someone is quickly approaching that time of integration. That is it for me today. Take care of each other, shop locally, support your local farm markets. It's the best food on the planet, and I will catch up with you the next time.